The Truth Podcast with your brother Old God and SamAnt over there from Viral Hip Hop News. I want to give a special shout out to the people that are going to hear this on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play, or wherever else you're going to listen to it. We do appreciate each and every second that you listen to this podcast. I want to highlight something, man, from T.I. T.I., spent his Easter, helping bail out 23 nonviolent offenders. Now, it goes on to say that the fundraising collaboration also included actor Scrapp Deleon from VH1's Love and Hip Hop. And together they raised $120K in donations for the bailout program, well above their $40,000 goal. Now, the donations were used to bail out 16 men and 7 women serving time for nonviolent crimes. Most of them were first-time offenders from DeKalb, Fulton, Gwinnett, and Rockdale County. Definitely, a big thing that T.I., is doing right here. We want to definitely highlight this because a lot of times people say a lot of negative things about T.I., but what do you think about this? Helping get out a few people down there in Georgia, man.
Salute. This is a great thing. And when I first saw it, I was like, I can't wait to talk about this on the podcast, because, well, especially as of late, it seems as though we're very critical of T.I. with the whole clout chasing. Is he looking for attention and little things like that? But you didn't see this scrapped all over his Instagram. You just see this all over his social media. He got with his community. He built, he gained funds in effort to getting nonviolent criminals, nonviolent offenders out of jail, especially during the holiday. That's a commendable thing, giving these young men and young women a second chance where they're often not found. Right. A lot of people sitting in the system right now are simply in there because they can't post bail and they really did nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's terrible that they're sitting up in there away from their families, away from the ability to make money. You never know. And the fact that they're sitting behind bars for money is sickening. And then when you see a lot of these rappers going around, and not that they owe anybody anything, but they got the jewels, or you see a gunner with a $10,000 fucking purse, and you just understand where that could go. Mm-hmm. If you just did a little more with your blessings. You understand what I'm saying? And just when you see T.I. doing something like this, it just has to be commended. Salute to him, man. You're preaching what you were talking about and practicing, or you're practicing what you were preaching and talking in high regards about Nipsey doing things like this. So salute to you,
I think always that's because it's the reason why, that I kind of always stood up for T.I., because he always kind of been quietly doing a lot of things with the real estate in his community. Years ago, he was putting up affordable housing, and he's doing a lot of things. May not broadcast it all the way, but maybe he may do some stuff for clout, I guess, like we always do. But for the most part, I think the dude has a great heart. I think he's real, very, very one of the few genuine people out there who really, wants to see a difference. Sometimes you can make mistakes, So shout out to T.I., for doing this. And again, we on our platform, like unlike any other, we highlight the good and the bad, that rappers and entertainers do. All you gotta do is look through the archive. Now, it might be a lot of bad stuff that goes on, but whenever we see somebody like even Jim Jones, when he was doing the consulting agency for the hip hop artists, we highlighted that. We highlighted plenty, Ice Cube, and plenty of things that I can't even remember right now where rappers and whatnot was doing to try to help the community. So that's what makes us different.
Well, God, what people need to realize is humbly, it's never personal with anything. We have nothing personal with anybody that we talk about at all. If we don't know you, how is it personal?
Right.
And we genuinely want to see everybody doing well. If we could talk about a number of great things going on, that's what we would do. But bad shit happens. We do it. It gets views. It is what it is. But we always remain objective. And like I said, although it may seem as though sometimes we're critical, with me in particular, because you have often defended him, that I'm critical of T.I. sometimes, it also goes hand in hand, because when he was going on in that situation down in Georgia at his home, when that security guard was doing some fuck shit, no 100% defended him. Word. When it was Joe Osteen doing that fuck shit down in Houston with them people dealing with that whole hurricane, and he was frontline T.I. talking about that and defending people, we highlighted that. Mm-hmm. So always remaining objective and giving a 360 degree. Now, if you do some knucklehead shit, we're going to call a spade, but it's always love. We always give you the opportunity to come on here, and we always forever will to debate or have anything if you have any disagreement with what we say. But all in all, when you do great things, man, and you're doing great things for your community and uplifting and empowering the people out there that aren't necessarily as fortunate as you are being in a position that you are, how can you hate on that? Especially that's inspirational. That's stuff that we aspire to do in our community, given a little bit of blessings that we receive on a daily. We often look to pay that forward. So when you see brothers doing this like this, all you can do is kind of take heed. Now, I would love for him, and I just throw Kodak Black in there because he's in the news and he's just being Kodak Black. He's a young boy. But imagine if he hooked up with something with him behind the scenes. And he's probably doing a lot more. Like you said, T.I.'s doing a ton of things behind the scenes, things that we can't talk about, which is good and bad, because the one thing I was critical of is a lot on camera, do things off camera. So that's exactly what he's doing. Salute to that. I love that. Yeah. Get with these younger bulls and try to do things and pay things forward and get with them in their community and try to game them, as opposed to doing wild shit like Gunna. You know what I mean? But salute to T.I.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? And it's going viral right now. You can see it right there. He has money in his hand, a purse right there on the right side, a whip right there. And it's pretty much going viral right now. SamAnt, what do you think about this? This picture was taken on Easter. We talked about Young Thug. We talked about Uzi and whatnot, but he got a purse. What do you think about it, man? SamAnt, Gunna with a purse.
I don't know. I don't know the brother. I'm not
gotta know him.
I don't gotta know him. But I'm not going. What I mean by when I say I don't know him is I'm not gonna question the man's methods because I don't know him. But that's a fucking purse. That's a purse, and I don't know if that's supposed to be allowed. I don't know if we're supposed to be. They might get mad at us because that's expression. He's allowed to do what he wants. But even if that's a computer bag, I don't want to rock that kind of computer bag. That in my day, which is crazy to even say now, but in the 90s, I'm not walking around with that. In the 2000s, I'm not walking around. Right now, as a grown ass man, I'm not walking around with that.
Do you think it's a woman's purse?
It's fucking. Is that felt? What is that?
It looks like one of those joints from back in the 80s or something. Look like probably Chanel, but looks like the 80s joint. You know, I used to wear it with the jean outfits.
My nigga, that's a purse.
That's a purse. And you know, you can say two things: either style, he's wearing it for style, because we seen that, or he's doing it for shock value. Which one would you say?
I don't know him enough to see. Like, see if I don't know him well enough. It matches. Right. Everything matches. He got all blue on.
Coordinating.
It's coordinating and shit. I mean, I don't. What's up with kids nowadays? That is it that
you can't spit it out, man. Don't hold it back, man. Just spit it out.
I really don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to say it's just weirdo shit. I wouldn't do no shit like that. But I don't want to be naive to the new agenda. Man. I'm being uncensored. I really don't know what to say about that. He got a fucking purse on.
I don't either, man. I think this, a lot, see, now when you come out and you say something against this, people will call you all this and that. But again, we don't really know him that well. Of course, we know of him and whatnot. Obviously, the picture, you can see some of the captions, people saying a lot of different things in the comment section. I'm sure he's going to hear it, all different type of things. But we just grew up a different way. The best way that I can, say this, and it just didn't look right to see men wearing women attire. We seen guys in dresses. We didn't like that. It was odd to us. It was funny when we seen Young Thug, purses, and all the different things that these guys continue to do. It just don't look right. It almost looks like, it's a feminine.
You supposed to walk with your woman with that on? Like she got one on and you got one on?
What are you supposed to put in there? Money? I mean,
that's a big ass bag. I don't even got it. I got like my cool with my wallet. I like my hands free.
Yeah.
That's some wild shit. And where'd he buy that at? That's not at no man's store. He went to a woman's store and got that shit. There's no way. What man's store sell that?
Right.
What's that, Chanel?
It looks like it. Yep. Chanel outfit, including a diamond chain.
So that's a Chanel bag.
It's a Chanel bag, probably you bought from the women's section. And he says, he don't care. Obviously, he gonna rock the purse and match his get up and whatnot. And I don't want to judge him. I don't want to ever come out here and just judge somebody solely off of what they wore and whatnot, and say, okay, this is this person, because we don't know him well enough. But just coming up, how we come up, obviously, this brother's younger. He came up in a different generation. Maybe this is acceptable to him. It's just something that we grew up, our parents and our generation, for the most part, just kind of taught against.
Oh God, that purse cost him 10 bands.
Get out of here.
That purse. Hold on, that's changed the game now. Now, would you pay 10,000? What do you think about him paying not only to rock that joint, take the picture with the money? Hopefully, he's paying his taxes correct. Hopefully, somebody's in his corner making sure that taxes get paid right. But needless to say, now he got 10 bands in a purse. Probably got about 10 bands in his hand, and now 10 in his purse. What do you think about that?
I mean, you know, he can spend his money how he wants.
God, good God,
You
God
know,
bless him.
obviously,
Damn.
you know, yeah, God bless him. He's able to get the income, and if he wants to put it on a purse, who am I to say anything about that? But again, it just, when I see this it's just something we didn't see. We didn't see the Jada Kisses wearing purses.
Hell no. Could you imagine that?
You know what I mean? The Jay-Z's, the Nas's. I just didn't see him wearing purses, dresses. That's not our era. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, I don't see Meek doing it. I don't know, man, but I do know that this new era that came up is totally different. Like you're liable to see them wear a dress. You're liable to see them, you know, doing something crazy, hugging up and kissing on each other and stuff like that. You're liable to see that, you know, like it's normal. And, you know, me personally, again, no shots at the brother. I don't agree with it. I won't want my son, you know, buying a $10,000 woman's purse and rocking it, you know, like he's a woman. I just want him to do that.
You get a fight for swing it at somebody, so to hit him with it. Like,
I mean, you know, there's Gunna, man.
Hit him with a mug.
Your boy Gunna, man.
Hey, man.
So ultimately, I mean, what message do you think this sends, you know, to the children? Because I was in a barbershop. Shout out to my man Manny, King of Barbers out in Pleasantville, and he was just saying, man, it's all entertainment. You know, it's the parents' job to pretty much guide the children. I don't care what they say on the TV, because there was another barber in there who was pretty much talking about Cardi B and how she's a bad influence, and he was like, it's just entertainment. You know, my kids know not to do that because I instruct them to do that. So what do you feel about that? What message does this send to the children, if any?
I'm heavy in my kids' life, so I can agree, but I can also understand that, especially with my son getting older, heavy influence.
Yes, sir.
So you got to make sure that you have to, it's a fine line you have to draw, because you can't be that ultimate disciplinarian, because they'll rebel against that and start doing shit and not telling you. That's not what you want. But you also have to toe that fine line and going, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that ain't. Nah, that's cool. Nah, that ain't. Like, I let my son listen to certain music, but then I know when to toe the line, like, nah, you ain't listening to that shit. So certain things, obviously, when he got into the Triple X phase, after Triple X passed, he wanted to dye his braids. Like, nah, you're not doing that shit when I get into that game. But I have that open dialogue with him where he's not just going openly and just trying shit. He's asking me, but I'm getting to see what he's into. And what he's into is what these rappers are doing and what these rappers are influenced now. He's not into the clothes yet, because he's still just a dude outside. He'd rather run around and be dirty than care about fashion, so to speak. But he is paying attention. The kids and personalities on YouTube.
Definitely.
They're on there. These kids are on YouTube more than adults.
Best things come from